Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chaitra. I'm an alumni of Government Homeopathic Medical College, Bangalore, and I'm practicing homeopathy since a decade in Karnataka. So today I'm here to review the book Clinical Comparative Materia Medica Across the Systems of Medicine written by yes, I need not tell the author's name because it's already famous. This book has made a lot of reviews across the social media, that is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Yes, the author is none other than Dr. Rohit Deshpande. Dr. Rohit Deshpande, he is a well-known name in the field of homeopathy. He is a gold medalist and he is known for his accurate diagnosis and perfect medication. He is practicing in Maharashtra, Nasik, and he has taken a one full year in writing this masterpiece. He has done a lot of research in bringing 8 different systems of medicine together in this book and comparing 333 medicinal substances in this masterpiece. This book consists of 2 sections. That is, the first section compares the different systems of medicine. In the second section, there is 333 medicinal substances which has been compared clinically. Please come, let us have a review at the book. This is the Clinical Comparative Materia Medica, comparing the 8 different systems of medicine. So as they say, first impression is the best impression, and this book does complete justice for it. It comes in a chocolatey brown hardcore bind, and the pages are really very soft and attractive for the reader, where the 8 systems of medicine has been beautifully represented in this book. So this book contains number 1 traditional folk medicine, number 2 Ayurveda, number 3 traditional Chinese medicine, number 4 traditional Greek and Roman medicine, number 5 Islamic Unani medicine, African traditional medicine, number 7 homeopathy, number 8 allopathy. So talking about the traditional folk medicine, as long as the human civilization has existed, this traditional folk medicine has existed. In traditional folk medicine, the doctrine of signature is the main source for this. The doctrine of signature suggests the appearance of the medicinal substances to its medical effectiveness. For example, the author describes pulmonary officinalis, that is lungwort. Here, the shape of the leaf is in the form of lung. Thus, pulmonary officinalis is used in the treatment of lung disorders. And next, the author describes about the traditional Chinese medicine, where the concept is based upon Q, that is the body energy, and yin and yang, that is negative and positive effects. And next, the author describes about the traditional Ayurveda medicine. He describes about Sushruta, Charaka, and he also describes about the Tridoshas on which the Ayurveda is based, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And he also talks about the treatment in Ayurveda, that is Samshamana and Samshodhana therapy. That is, Samshamana is palliative therapy, Samshodhana therapy is based upon the Panchakarma. So next, the author talks about traditional Greek and Roman medicine. I need not say about this because you all know Hippocrates belonged to traditional Greek and Roman medicine. He describes about the book written by Hippocrates, that is Hippocratic Corpus, and he also talks about the Hippocratic Oath. And as you all know, that is social and preventive medicine, that is SPM, usually came from traditional Greek and Roman medicine, because the beautiful city of Rome was built on lot of principle, that is giving importance to sanitization and public hygiene. Thus the SPM, or the social and preventive medicine, came through this. And next, the author talks about the Islamic Unani medicine, that is he talks about the different humors which is based on this Unani medicine, that is hot humor, cold humor, dry humor, moist humor. Next, he talks about traditional African medicine, where a lot of importance is given to counseling. So today's counseling was practiced in that era of African traditional medicine. So next, the author also gives an explanation about homeopathy. I need not tell about this because you all know it is based upon the 3 miasms, sora, syphilis, psychosis, and he describes about Dr. Hahnemann, and he also describes that Dr. Hahnemann is the person who first coined the name allopathy, and he describes the principles of allopathy and the first section of the book, that is the systems of medicine. So in the second section, as I told you, the author describes the 333 medications in this 8 systems of medicine. I like to share the last page where the author describes about gingiber officinalis, that is the common name is ginger. He explains about the active principles involved in it. and he explains in homeopathy it is used for the treatment of albuminuria, asthma, halitosis, deltoid pain, so on. And in allopathy, like it is used in the treatment of high cholesterol, hypertension, insect bite, irritable bowel syndrome, joint pain, menorrhagia, migraine, rheumatoid arthritis. In Ayurveda, it is known as Ardrakam, and it has been successfully used in the treatment of clinical conditions like diarrhea, nausea, diabetes mellitus. Traditional Chinese medicine, it is known as Ganjiang, and it has been curatively used in the treatment of clinical conditions like headache, nasal congestion, catarrh disorders, abdominal distension, so on. In Islamic Unani medicine, it is known as Janjibal, and it is used in various clinical conditions like dimness of vision, indigestion. In African traditional medicine, it is known as Tangwizi, and it has been used in clinical conditions like flatulence, fluid retention. Traditional folk medicine, it is efficiently used in the clinical conditions like hemorrhoids, hepatitis. So as you all can see, the effectiveness of the active principles and the usage of the medicinal substances in these different system of medicine. So it is a book, it is a masterpiece which solves the issue of sustainability. That is for young practitioners or the students who has to purchase 8 different books. It takes a lot of money, and even it takes a lot of space in your library to keep the 8 different books. And this book solves the issue of sustainability, where it gives you a lot of knowledge and about all the systems of medicine and its clinical substances. So I would suggest everybody to keep this book in their clinic or in their area of practice as an encyclopedia. And coming to the limitations of the book, as you all know, the author has already clarified regarding this. This medicine has most of the drugs from the vegetable kingdom, that is plant kingdom, and regarding animal and mineral kingdom, it is very less, because because it is very difficult to compare the different sources in all the 8 different systems of medicine. Apart from that, it is very cumbersome in the sense for young practitioners or new students. So to remember so many clinical conditions, it is quite difficult, but once you are used to it, I think it is it gives you an immense opportunity to know different clinical conditions. And lastly, we would like to know whether the symptoms have been clinically proved and recorded in this book. Apart from that, I would suggest everybody to have this book as a copy, and it is available in Amazon and also in Kindle edition. Please go and subscribe your copy. So, and I would like to thank Dr. Rohit Deshpande for giving me this opportunity for reviewing his masterpiece. I am really obliged and grateful. So I thank you all for going through this book review, having a lot of patience and listening to this video. Thank you all.